Have I said anything bad about Latinos? I'm just speaking the obvious truth. Latinos don't like to work with black people. Latinos don't like to hire black people. I'm just saying the obvious truth. I'm just saying the obvious truth. Why are they reporting their life? As a matter of fact, if you're a Latino and you don't like what I'm saying, scroll on. I'm here to pass a message to African-American men on how they can mobilize themselves to take over the construction industry labor force. So I will recap before I go. Black men in various cities, Miami, New York, start to come together in groups and register labor force companies. Then go to the big companies and get the contracts. You can either get the contracts through hourly pay or one contractual sum. Then if you are 10 of you in the group, you can get a contract, say, for $500,000 to do all the labor in the company. Then you can hire other. The Latino community in America is making billions of dollars every year with less education than black Americans. I'll repeat. So maybe some of you didn't hear me. The Latino demographic in America is making billions of dollars each year in America with less education than African Americans. Make that make sense. 90% of all subcontracting companies in America right now are Latinos. While our young black men are on the street corner, doing whatever they are doing, end up dead or going to jail, or no future. Because white Americans have been living with African Americans even from the day when our ancestors came from Africa as enslaved people. White Americans will work with African Americans who want to work. Latinos will not work with African Americans who want to work. There's a difference. There's a difference. White Americans will work with African Americans who want to work. But Latinos will not work with African Americans who want to work. Latinos only work with Latino. So if you ask me, I can tell you that from my own personal self, that Latinos are more discriminatory and racist towards African Americans than even you.
Snitching at work is crazy. You're not even getting paid for that. You're not getting no bonus. They're not going to give you nothing extra. You're getting the same pizza as me. Why do you care about these people so much? Do you know them? You must. You must know them. What did they promise you? They had to promise you something. A promotion? Extra money? Extra days off? Something? You snitched on me for a dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts. You sold out your fellow employees for some fucking, you big back bitch. Now, if they were paying, I'd be sitting there with my notepad and pen. Yep, at 2:03 p.m. But they're not, so I don't. I see somebody walking off with their property, I do this. You see, this is what you do when you see somebody doing something they ain't got no business and you don't want to snitch, you do this. So when they be like, did you see? I ain't seen a goddamn thing. But to snitch for free? Yeah, Johnny stole 6 packs of printer paper. You don't know what Johnny need that paper for? He might have need that for his kids.
Man, stop trying to convince these people that we need to stand together and all that. They ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. They've been betrayed so many times, bro. 1877, after federal troops pulled out of the South, bro. Betrayed. 40 acres in a mule, betrayed. You feel me? Jim Crow, betrayed. Redlining, betrayed. Every promise that this country has made to them has been a false promise. And now we need y'all to stand with us while we march. Leave them people alone. They ain't trying to hear that shit. They ain't trying to hear that shit. Because they know how prevalent racism is in our community. And they know how y'all talk about them when they ain't in the room. And they know that now y'all got y'all N-word wake up, didn't y'all? Y'all got that Paul Mooney N-word wake up call. And now y'all want to scream unity and solidarity. Nah, bruh. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. The people that have been working together will continue to work together. The people that have empathy for your plight and your situation will continue to have empathy for your plight and situation. But don't try to convince people to come join your side. Like, oh, it's always been. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're trying to survive their damn self. They're trying to figure out how this man is about to get rid of the 13th and 14th Amendment and strip them of citizenship. What, you don't think they know what time it is? They got to deal with their own shit. I'm just saying, I see a lot of videos where people are like trying to convince, you know, Black Americans that they need to stand side by side with Black and brown unity. But, you know, when it's something that doesn't benefit us, we ain't screaming that shit. Yeah, get mad. Go ahead. You know I'm fucking right.
With all the tension that's going on in the Latino community for obvious reasons, a Latino man still finds time to try to prevent a Black man from doing his job. Check this out.
Yo, this is what I gotta go through as an Amazon delivery driver, man. I just be wanting to deliver packages, bro. I can't even deliver packages in peace, man. This is a Black man trying to get some money. He's trying to go to trying to make money. Yeah, I support that, guy. I support that, my guy. We both making money. Yeah, but not that. Let me just make this done real quick, and I got you, my guy. I got you. You gonna be a bitch? Chinga tu madre. Pussy.
Everything that's going on in this country, with the Latino, the Hispanic community being the headliner, this man still have time to harass a Black man, trying to prevent a Black man from doing his job. This is not down south. This is New York City, one of the most diverse cities in the nation. But yet, you harassing a Black man.
Latinos are inherently racist. I can't believe I'm having this conversation again, but I just seen a video of a Cuban girl who is, might I add, white passing as all hell. And yes, I said Cuban, so it's pretty self-explanatory as to why she thinks the way she does, because Cubans are one of the worst. And this is coming from a Latina, so I'm gonna yap and talk my shit, okay? The fact that she thought it was cool to literally broadcast that she says the N-word and she doesn't see the issue with it and that you guys are just crybabies is absolutely insane. Girl, you literally will never understand, because the color of your skin lets you into places and spaces that make you feel comfortable. You literally have found proximity to white people, and in that proximity, you became weird. But need I remind people yet again, proximity does not equal whiteness. At the end of every single day, you are still a Latina, even if it doesn't really show. And at the end of every day, they think they should deport you. But you feel like because you came here legally, like, let's not use that word too loosely, that you're one of the privileged ones. When on any given day, a Caucasian person wouldn't be able to tell the difference between you and a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, a Ecuadorian, whatever have you. We are one and the same. But you found this new proximity that makes you feel like you are not. And it's honestly just gross. It's really, really gross. And doing it for clicks and views and just being an overall moron in your stance is just weird. But once again, Cuban from Florida. Do I need to say more?
This goes for all anti-Black Latinos, but primarily I will be speaking to the Mexican community and the Miami Cubans. Now, I've already spoken to the Cubans. I've given y'all the original and the remix, but apparently you motherfuckers need the 25th anniversary edition, so I'm going to give you that as well. Now, just so we all understand what I'm about to say, I say what the fuck I mean, and I mean what the fuck I say. And I don't give a Cinco de Mayo and or a Maria boat lift fuck how you're going to feel about it. I'm going to start first with the anti-Black Mexican community. Now, all 2 weeks ago, you had Black fucking fatigue right along with white people. But this week, you are demanding, first you're asking
and in the same breath demanding that black people be on the front lines with you. And then when black people establish a hard boundary of, no, we're not doing that, and we've explained why we're not doing that, that asking and or demanding the anti-blackness jumps the fuck out. Resort to, in the same breath, you go from black people, we don't need unity, this is not a time for division, this is a time for unity, to we were there for Black Lives Matter. And you're making it transactional. When you bringing up Black Lives Matter is you literally making it transactional. So you go from that to then, well, this is why Mexicans and or Latinos have better morals, better standards, a better work ethic than you. Now, me being the intellectual and analytical person that I am, I would think if I'm going into battle, I don't want people that I deem inferior in any way fighting with me, because that ultimately ensures that I'm going to lose said battle. So you can't go from asking, demanding our help, and then being condescending and telling us how you don't need us. Because the fact that you're asking and or demanding our helps lets us know that no movement in this fucking country progresses without black participation. And the fact that we are refusing, the majority of us are refusing to participate. And your reaction to our saying we are not participating, to double down on the anti-blackness, tells us everything that we.
This Latina LAPD officer said, if you want to hurt black Americans, hit them in the livers. Hit them in the liver. They got weak livers. Mind you, this is LAPD. And then she goes on with some more racial stereotypes, saying that black people drink grape soda and they eat watermelon in between basketball games. The audacity of this Latina with all the fruit stands that's throughout Southern California, especially LA. And these fruit stands are operated by undocumented Hispanics. They got watermelon heavy in those fruit stands. They have an additional 90 recordings they retrieved with more racial comments like this, even calling black people monkeys. For some strange reason, Hispanics are obsessed with calling black people chongas, monkeys. And to top it all off, they had an Asian sergeant that tried to cover up for them, Denny Jong. Over 50% of LA law enforcement is Hispanics, and not to mention they have deputy gangs, Hispanic deputy gangs that target black Americans. There should be a deep dive investigation.
I can't believe that people are actually saying that they're coming for black people next. That Latinos are saying, well, if you don't help us, they're coming for you next. I can't believe that. I think that that's a psyop. But be that as it may, even if it's not a psyop, and everyone is rightfully saying, black people are rightfully saying, they're not coming for us next, they came for us first. They're not coming for us next, we are current. That's right. But if that's not a psyop, if Latinos are actually saying that to black people online, it has to mean that you didn't believe us and still don't. You don't believe us when we told our stories and said everything that was happening to us and all the racism that we faced and all the things that we've been through in this country. You didn't believe us. You thought we were exaggerating. You thought we were lying. Why would we make that up? I don't know. But that's the only thing that I can glean from this situation, is that you did not believe us when we told you what these people were doing to us in this country. You did not believe us. You trusted them over us. Look how far that got you.
So let me get this straight. Your dad is a Latino with 6 months left to live, and now that he's been picked up by ICE on the orders of Trump, which, get this, you are a Latina and you voted for him. Now your dad's going to spend the last 6 months of his life either in a cell or deported. And now you come on TikTok talking about unity. We need to have unity. We need to come together as a community. Why your ass ain't come together at the polls? Why you ain't come together at them polls, mama? You said that you didn't educate yourself on the immigration policies. That is literally the main point that he ran his entire campaign on. There's literally no way that you could have missed that. It's literally not possible. And then y'all come on here, y'all want people to have sympathy for y'all. Sympathy for what? You ain't have sympathy for the other immigrants that you wanted to get deported when you cast your vote? You just thought your dad was going to be the exception, huh? I don't know. Shit like that really get me irritated, because like you didn't have sympathy for all the other people and all the other minorities that were going to be affected if he got into office. But as soon as one of the people who voted for him actually starts getting affected in real life, now I want to come on TikTok talking about we need unity. Fuck y'all. Fuck.
Okay, boom. So I just had a 3-day break like most people because of the holiday. Anyway, I come back to work and instantly irritated. One, I had forgot that I had hearings today, so that already blew me. Two, my supervisor called me. Well, she texted me. She was like, hey, can I call? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, what's going on? So she got me my bonus amount. And I'm like, okay, cool, girl. You know, I'm going to be fake rich for about a week or whatever. So anyway, and then after that, she was like, I have to talk to you about something that happened on Friday. And I'm like, what the hell happened on Friday? Because I don't remember doing nothing on Friday. But anyway, get to the point of the story. So she was like, oh, well, it was reported that you had food on your desk, and that you were eating at your desk or whatever. And I'm like, hold on, pause it, pump the brakes. Because what I recollect on Friday, yeah, we did have a food truck pull up to the workplace, and I did go get me some tacos and some elote. I sure did. I set that thing right on my desk. I sure did. And then one of my coworkers invited herself over to my desk to warn me that the state was in the building. So I'm like, okay, cool, the state is in the building. So I put my food basically in my drawer. I put my food in my drawer, and I tell everybody else around me, like, okay, we got the upper heads in the building. Put your food up. So I'm thinking Shorty just trying to warn us. I'm thinking it's like, okay, I'm looking out for y'all. Because, we that. So I'm like, okay, my sister trying to look out for us. Hell no. No, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. So anyway, I'm like, what? I said, somebody said something about me eating at my desk. I said, I wasn't eating at my desk. I said, I had food from a food truck. It was sitting on my desk or whatever, because I refuse to put it in the community refrigerator. Because every time I put my food in the community refrigerator, the community invites themselves to my food. I don't know. And we work for the state, y'all. So they whoever be stealing my food, either you got a vendetta against me or you just wretched and whatever else. But anyway, yeah. So tell me why I got a coaching. So basically a coaching is a write-up. Child, and oh, girl had food today at her desk. Blew me. I said, listen, if we wasn't supposed to have our phones on the floor, I would have definitely took a picture to send to my supervisor, because I'm not the only one who needs to be getting in trouble, but I'm also not no workplace snitch. Because some people be snitching in the workplace and be thinking that, oh, that's going to boost me, or I'm going to get a raise, or I'm going to be, no, sis, you're going to be in the same position, making the same dang on money. So I don't even know why she even sent that email talking about we eating at our desk. Girl, baby boo. So yeah, that blew me. So anyway, I hope y'all having a better day, but yeah, I got to coach him because of some BS. Like, shorty, just know, next time, just don't say nothing if you're going to send an email. What?
I didn't think they was going to go after Cubans. We are not the bad people. I vote Trump because he wants to help the people, but this is not right.